everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a boho style necklace using products from the Jessie James Magical Mystery Bead Box for August. Okay, so I have an unboxing for it. I will link it in the description box below, and it's a beautiful box this month. It's boho, it's just colors that I love, so we are going to get right into this, and I will show you what you're going to need. You're going to need the 2 elephant pieces that were in the box this month. You're going to need one of these larger focals. I may use a couple of these tassels. I'm not sure yet if I will or not, but we will see. I've got 4 of these, I think they're pyrite beads. I've got 4 of the I think they're 10 millimeter fuchsia beads. I have these 2 sparkly little rondelles. There were only 2 in the box, and I'm using both of them, and these 2 spacer beads that were in the box. I've got all of these daisy spacers out. I'm not sure I'll use them, but I've got them here just in case. These are some 6/0 seed beads that I actually got from Joann's, I believe, and I like the color of these a little bit better than the other ones that were in there. They're just a little bit deeper, closer to this green, and I wanted a little bit bigger size, so I pulled these out, and then I'm using the other seed beads that came in the box. So that's that, and then I've got a lobster clasp. I have a couple jump rings. I have 2 lengths of an antique bronze Rollo chain. Now this chain is from my own stash, and I'm not sure how long that I'm going to need it to be. This is what's going to go up the sides of the necklace, so we'll see. We'll have to measure that when we get the middle piece done. I have 2 wire guardians. I've got a few size 2 crimp beads here, and I have some 7-strand bead-alon tiger tail, okay, in just a silver color. It's not going to show, so it won't matter. All right, so that's everything you need, and your jewelry tools, so get all that together. Oh, and you will need some head pins and possibly eye pins. So I've got some bronze head pins and some eye pins here that you can't really see. They're off screen, but they are there. So, all right, I think that's everything. Get everything together. Come on back, and we'll get started with this. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is make the center focal piece. So let me get some of these things out of the way because we're not going to use all of that. We will be using this stuff. So I've got my tiger tail here, and I'm going to put a bead bug on the end to save me from losing all my beads off. Well, you know what? I'm probably going to have to bead this simultaneously, so I may not do that. Okay, so here's what we've got. I'm going to make a focal using this right here. So I'm going to grab a head pin, and it's going to have to be a fairly long head pin, I think. I may try to stick one of these little, I don't think that, well, maybe it will fit on there. Okay. So, no, it won't fit on there. I didn't think it would, but just thought I would try it. Okay, so I'm going to put this bead on, then this one. Yeah, this head pin is probably not going to be long enough for this. I like the way that looks, though. I really do. Let me see if I have a little bit longer one. I probably don't, but yeah, that's a pretty long head pin. It's like a 2-inch one. I don't think I have anything longer. I don't have any wire right now that I can use, so just gonna have to make it work. This head pin's gonna have to work. I don't have any longer eye pins, do I? No. Okay. All right, we'll make this head pin work. It'll happen. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these on here. Yeah, I need to get some long head pins. I like having some really long ones, and I do in silver, but I just don't here. I'm gonna go ahead and make just a regular loop, not a wrap loop, because I don't have enough wire to make a wrap loop. So I'm just going to bend this 90 degrees as tight as I can get to the bead. Yeah, this will work. I've got room here. And let me grab my chain nose pliers, round nose pliers. Yeah, I've got plenty of room. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it back. I'm actually going to have to trim it. So I did have plenty of room. So let me trim just a tad bit off, and then we're just going to roll this back and make a loop. Perfect. That worked out great. Now we have our little loop. Okay, so that's the focal. That's going to go right in the center of our piece here. And then I want these elephants on either side like this. Okay, so I've got to create a dangle for them as well. Now they are going to be a little bit more challenging because they've got some space. We're going to have some space here. Make sure that head pin doesn't go through there. It actually might. So let me see. Do I have a little, I guess I could use one of these on here. Yeah, that'll work. I just don't want that head pin to go through there. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put him on here, and then I'm going to need to probably put a few beads up here so he hangs where I want him to hang. I want him to be down right here. So I will probably use a few of these. Let's see, we've got one of these, and these little ones, if they will fit. This is kind of a thick head pin, and it looks like they will though. So I'm just going to mix some of these on here, these little seed beads. Just like this. So we've got a blue, we'll do a couple of the bronze color. That one wouldn't go, those two will. And one more of the fuchsia. And we'll see if he's going to hang long enough with these. There we go. Okay, so our little elephant needs to go right about that. Looks like that's going to be pretty close right there. I may take off this last fuchsia one on the top. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other one. I'm not going to close these up yet, these loops up yet. I'm going to do the same thing on the other elephant. So put one of these on the bottom just to keep it out. I don't want that head pin to come through, and it may. I wouldn't be surprised because those are kind of bigger holes, but okay. And then we've got the metallic one, fuchsia, and two metallic. So metallic right here, fuchsia. It's funny, some of them want to go on there and some of them are too small, and two metallic. Okay, so now we have our two little elephants. Now, what I've got to do, I want them to hang here, and I want them to be fairly close to this bead, okay? So I've got to bead in between here a little bit, because obviously it's going to be wire showing if I don't. So let's set these aside for a minute. And I'm just going to add on some of these seed beads in a very random manner. I'm not going to do anything pattern-wise. I'm just going to do it random. And we'll see what this gets us as far as length. And that seed bead's hole is blocked. Okay, so there's that. Now let's look. If we take our little elephant and we hang it right here, we probably need a couple more small seed beads. So let's do a fuchsia and a metallic. Okay, and then take a look. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. So I'm going to put the same seed beads on the other side, the same amount in the same pattern. So I'm going to do, let's see, no, I did that backwards, didn't I? Fuchsia, and then metallic. We've got our 6-0, another metallic, 2 fuchsia, another metallic, 6-0, fuchsia, and a metallic one. Okay, so now here's what we've got, and hopefully when we hang our elephant on here, it's going to hang right where we need it to go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a loop. Let me make sure about the length one more time. Just make sure he's, yeah, I think by the time we get the loop in there, he's going to hang right where I want him to. All right, so let's do this. Let's make our loop. And I'm doing this down close to the bead. I do not really want it to be, I don't want the beads to be moving around on here. And I'm going to make a fairly small loop. I don't want a really big loop. Okay, just like that. Now, I'm going to string him on. I want his trunk to face, he's going to roll around, so it doesn't really matter which way I put him on. I can spin him. Okay, So there he is. He's going to hang just like that. Do I want him closer just a little bit to the bead? I'm not sure. Let me go ahead and do the other one. The length is good. I just want to make sure that that he's hanging where I want on the strand. Okay, whoops. That little seed bead's trying to pop off there. Okay. So let's bend this 90 degrees again. Go ahead and get our loop. Okay. And put this guy on. We'll see where he's going to hang. Make sure he's good. Yep, I think they're good. So that's going to be our focal. And I know these elephants spin, but when you wear this, they're going to lay the way that you put them on, you know, because they'll be against your body. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to do a little bit more of the seed bead action here. So we'll do some 6/0s, a couple of them. Fuchsia, fuchsia, metallic, fuchsia, metallic. I'm just trying to get past the elephants, basically. Oh, my light went out. Just all by itself. Okay. Fuchsia, fuchsia, metallic, fuchsia, and metallic. Okay, so here's what we've got. It's cute. Now I'm going to start with a little bit, or some of these a little bit bigger beads. So I'm going to put, let's see, let's go ahead and do the spacer here. Okay. Just like that on both sides. Then, what do I want to do now? Maybe I'm going to do 2 of the daisy spacers and a big fuchsia bead. I think 2 of the spacers, a big fuchsia bead. See how we like it. I like it. It looks pretty good. I think I need to put something in between there, though. So let me take those off. I'm going to put, I think I'm going to do just one of these in between, and then the 2 daisy spacers and the fuchsia bead. It just needs something in between those metals right there, I think. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Oops. Our, oh no, our seed beads are going through this bead. Okay, well, I may not be able to use that there then. If the seed beads are going to go through it, yeah, that's a problem. All right, sorry guys. This is what happens when you design on the fly. I can't put that one there if the seed beads are going to go through it. That'd be a problem for sure. Okay, now, let's see, I've got, it ate 2 of them. It's probably still up inside there. Okay, I need a fuchsia bead and a metallic bead for this side. Right. Okay. All right, so let's do, how about one of these? Let's go ahead and do the pyrite bead. I don't think the seed beads will slip up inside of it. Nope, and that looks pretty good. So we'll put the pyrite bead on each side. Just like that. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay. Then, oh my goodness, I keep hitting that. Get out of my way. Okay. Then, let's see what we want to do. So I feel like it needs a little green bead next. So let's do that. Okay, and then I'm going to do the 2 spacers, the fuchsia bead. Yeah, that looks good. 2 spacers, fuchsia bead. And then I believe, do I want to do more seed beads up in here? I probably do. I probably need to. So let's put some more out here. Let's do a couple of these, a fuchsia, and one more of the metallics. Now, are those going to go down in that bead? No. Okay. So we'll do a couple metallics on this side, a fuchsia, and one more metallic. Okay. That's good. Now we need a 6/0, and then I think if I do these two 6/0s, whoops, just one, then I can do my spacer bead here and not have it eating my beads. Yep. So we'll put that next. This is looking cute. All right, now I've got to again put something next to that spacer that is not tiny. Let's go pyrite here, maybe. Look and see. Yeah, I kind of like that. Pyrite bead. Okay, it's looking good. I'm going to do 2 spacers. No, I'm not. I'm going to do a blue bead. Then I'm going to do 2 spacers and a fuchsia bead. Yeah, I like the way this is looking. Okay, 2 spacers and a fuchsia bead on this other side. Just like that. Now, let's see. I'm going to do one of each of these spacers on, one spacer on each side. Yeah, I like that. And one over here. And then I'm going to do a few more seed beads. So let's go ahead with a green on each side, 2 fuchsia, and a copper. And one more green. Okay, so I got the green over there, 2 fuchsia, copper, and one more green. I'm calling that copper. I don't know if it actually is copper. Okay, and here's what we have. I like this. I think this is cute. All right, so we're going to put these back. We're not doing them anymore. I'm not going to be using the tassels. I've changed my mind on them. And I'm going to put these fuchsia beads back real quick, just to get this stuff out of the way so we can finish it off. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Get these out of the way. All right, now we need to do our wire guardians and our crimp beads. So I'm going to take, this is a, I think I'm going to use the bigger one. Okay, this is a size 2 crimp bead. I'm going to put it on, and then I'm going to put my wire guardian on. I'm going to go up and around here with the wire guardian. I'm going to scoot this haul down so I don't waste all that wire. So I'm going up and around with the wire guardian, or with the wire through the wire guardian, and then back through the crimp bead and that first little green bead, green seed bead. Okay, pull it tight. Actually, move it up a little. I don't need all that room down there. Okay. All right. So we want to pull this tight, and what we want to do is make sure that our wires aren't crossed, and they're not. Okay. So I'm going to grab crimping pliers. I'm going to put this in the little divot here. I'm going to pull it up so that my wire is not hanging out of my wire guardian, and this is up next to my wire guardian. Still making sure my wires are not crossed, and I'm going to crimp it down. And it should make a little channel in the middle that your wires, one wire's on each side. Then we're going to put it in our pliers this way and close it right up. And there we have a little crimp. Okay, now I've got this coming down through my green bead, and I'm just going to trim the wire. It won't really go through those seed beads, so there's no point. It'll go through the big one, but not the small ones. Okay, and then pull this tight, and there is my one side. Same thing on the other side. Okay, put your crimp bead on, wire guardian. Oops. Okay, pull it down. Go down through the other side of the wire guardian, through the crimp bead, through the first seed bead, and pull. Okay, now again, we want to make sure that our wires are laying side by side, and they're not. This one's got to be over here. So that's kind of important when you're crimping, so try to be sure that you get your wires laying just side by side like that. Then we're going to take our crimping tool again. And it's a little trickier on this side because you don't have as much room to work with, but I'm just trying to get it in the little divot and make sure that the wires aren't crossed. And just crimp it down. There we go. Turn this sideways. And close it right up. And there we have our little crimp. Okay. And we can trim this off. Now you could put crimp covers on there if you wanted to. I'm not going to because I don't think it's that noticeable at all. I don't think it's really a big deal. Okay. Now what we need to do is attach our chain on the sides. So you kind of need to measure this on yourself so you know where you want it to hang. I've got my Rolo chain. And I'm going to go ahead and just open the link here on my Rolo chain. This Rolo chain, like I said, is from my own stash. Actually, I think it is from a piece that I took apart, so I don't even know like what size they look like. They're about 4mm links here, but like I said, I don't have any way to tell for sure because it was, I think, a repurposed Rolo chain here. And then I'm going to close this back up. And this is not really the ideal way to open chain, but with Rolo chain, you can't really go, the links won't really open side, you know, this way. You almost have to pull them straight out and then just make sure you get it closed back up really good. It's kind of a pain, but that's how it has to be done with Rolo chain, because if you pull it the other way, it really distorts it. So I just make sure that it is closed up really good when I'm finished, and it looks like it is. There. Okay. And then I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to do the same thing on this side again, and I'm not cutting my chain yet because I don't know. I'm going to have to hold this up on myself and see where I want it to lay. So I'm just putting it on, closing the link back up. Now this necklace, I mean, you could make this a really long necklace. I think I would not want this to be super long. I would want it to hang kind of like around my collarbone maybe because, I don't know. I just think it would look better that way, but you could definitely, if you want it long, make it long. Okay, I'm having trouble getting this one closed back. There we go. Sometimes I think I need some wider pliers, but I haven't invested in anymore since I bought these, and I like these really well. These are Zara brand, and I really like them, but I think I could use some that open a little wider sometimes. Okay, just making sure this link is closed up, and it is. All right, now what you need to do is hold this up, measure it on yourself, and see where you want it to go. Okay, so it looks like on me I need to cut it right about here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to come down a couple because I always tend to measure a little long. And I'm going to cut it right here. So just a second and I will measure this and tell you exactly how long it is. So if you want to do yours the same, you can. And you can always put an extender on it, of course. Let me cut this one even with this one. Okay. Now, where's my ruler? Okay. So I actually ended up cutting mine at right about 7 inches, just a tad bit over 7 inches. Well, right about 7 inches by the time you get up here. Okay, so about 7 inches on either side is how I've got my chain. Okay, now I'm going to take my jump ring and attach my lobster. You could just attach this right to the Rolo chain too, but I don't really want to open another link and try to close another link. It's easier for me to do a jump ring. Okay, and I'm going to close this right up. And then I'm just going to put this one here on the other side for it's a clasp onto, and I think I don't really need an extender chain on the, you know what, I am going to put an extender chain just because I don't know that I'll keep this necklace, and if I give it away or something, then somebody else could adjust it. So I'm just cutting a little piece of chain to go on here. I'm going to open this jump ring back up. Attach the extender on, close it up, and then I'm going to make a little dangle for the bottom of this. Actually, it would be really cute to use this little tassel on there. So I might do that. Let me get an eye pin here. Okay, so I think I will do a seed bead, a bigger seed bead here. See if a couple of these will go on this eye pin. Yeah. We'll do a couple fuchsia. That one doesn't want to go on. It's funny how some of them have bigger holes than others. Okay, and then one of these little metallic ones. Will that one go on? Yeah. All right, and then I'm just going to make a little loop here. I need to do my nails so bad. I had those blue acrylic ones on, and I took them all off because they were just like driving me insane. And I bought this stuff called polygel, and I'm going to try to do them myself and see how it looks. But that's going to take a few minutes because I've never done it before, and you have to use this gel and like spread it over the nail form and then put it on. So yeah, it's going to take me a little while, so I just haven't had a chance yet, but I will. All right, and then we'll just open this one up and hang this on the bottom of the extender, and we have a cute little dangle. All right, guys, so there it is, our little necklace, our little boho necklace. So let me put it on a form so you can see it. I will be right back. Okay, so here is our finished necklace. I think it turned out super cute. Little elephants. We've got our beads going all the way up, and then our chain. And of course you saw the lobster in the back. That's how it clasps. But yeah, I think this turned out really cute. I will have a link in the description box below if you're interested in subscribing to the Jessie James Magical Mystery Bead Box. And yeah, like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!